have the honor to introduce you Mr. Babylon from ANC. He is going to receive our memorandum. J'ai le plaisir de vous introduire Monsieur Babylon de l'ANC, celui qui va recevoir notre mémorandum. Donc, la côté de la mémorandum est en anglais, parce que le mémorandum est déclaration de biso où il salimaki na Kinshasa en français. Alors, tout ça, les commentaires en anglais, nous avons ça, but we are ANC. We are so happy as Congolese people to use this occasion to hand over the memorandum. As you know, our leaders, opposition leaders, met in DRC on the 13th of this month, and they've made a common declaration. So I'm going to read it, but the original one is in French. I will hand over to you as an attachment. So we Congolese people living in South Africa are here again today, handing over this memorandum, which is one amongst many of memorandums that we have handed over to the ANC headquarters in recent days, and I really appreciate that we can do so. We also appreciate on today's occasion the serious involvement of the South African government into different discussions which are taking place in the region, dealing highly on the agenda with the DRC situation, which is of the great concern for the SADC region and Africa as a whole in terms of stability, peace and security. Yes. We refer to the recent visit of President Ramaphosa successively in Zambia, Angola, Kinshasa, our DRC capital Kinshasa, and Namibia. Appreciate the efforts and commitment of SADC countries in dealing with the DRC concerning the actual political situation. After failure by the Kabila government to organize an old election twice as expected in terms of our constitution, we are here today to express a sentiment of gratitude that our opposition leaders have together expressed in a joint declaration herewith attached to this present memorandum to celebrate a great achievement and a result thanks to the political pressure exercised on Kabila with the help of South African government. We thank you for that. And support that has yielded result by stopping Mr. President Kabila's ambition for a third term. Yes! Yes! So, Mr. Kabila's ambition for a third term in office forbidden by the DRC constitution, which effectively exclude Ms. Kabila from participating in the upcoming presidential election and contesting for a third term in office. Thank you for that. Despite being a small victory on our path to a successful transfer of power, it is nevertheless a less great achievement and victory indeed, because historically, since its independence in 1960, the DRC has never had a democratic, successful and peaceful transfer of power. So we are here to make our commitment known and to appeal to ANC to be with us. So we are here today to thank the ANC as the South African governing party for supporting the ongoing democratic process in DRC since the Sun City Agreement. We will continue to encourage and support the ANC in these efforts because the task is still huge ahead for us until Kabila respects the democratic changes according to the will of Congolese people. Yes. Yes. So, President Cyril Ramaphosa for having taken Congolese living in South Africa seriously and with urgency by appointing former President Thabo Mbeki as a special envoy to the DRC. We thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Because that makes us believe that South Africa is committed to help solve the political impasse in DRC. We thank you for that. Yes. We would like to affirm that all the main opposition leaders in DRC are following these efforts and the government with great interest and appreciation. We are here today bringing a message from our leaders back home who in their declaration are celebrating a small victory for stopping President Kabila's ambition for third term. We are indeed celebrating that he has presented a political nominee for the upcoming presidential election, Mr. Emmanuel Shadari. So our leaders are saying that this political development is just one of the steps in the right direction, but it's not the last. Yes. A victory for Congolese people who have fought and lost many lives for the sake of democracy, and consider that this victory is just one stage in the unfolding political democratic process. Yes. Our leaders recommend that the respect of December political agreement continue to be a matter of great attention and focus to secure free and fair election towards peaceful transfer of power, among others. Yes. Our leaders are insisting that we should resolve serious issues which are demanding compliance by the DRC government according to the electoral law, our constitution, and December agreement to have a free, fair, and peaceful election. Wow. They demand that the Electoral Commission, CENI, representativity be reinforced and replacements effected for the opposition representative who have defected to the ruling party. You know, there is this guy, Mr. Kalamba. He is a representative for UDPS. He is in the Electoral Commission. That guy has defected to the election, to the ruling party. So we need a representative electoral commission. So we need urgently that guy be replaced. So the DRC government and CENI must avoid so our leader demand again that the DRC government and CENI must avoid the rejection and the presidential candidacy of opposition leaders, Mr. Jean-Pierre Bemba, because we know there is a plot against him. Our leader demand again the voting machine must be rejected. Our leaders demand again that the voting machine must be rejected because it is illegal according to DRC electoral law, and because it will facilitate electoral fraud. So we reject it. We Congolese leaders and Congolese people in South Africa are following the demand of our leaders. We don't want the electoral machine. The DRC government must stop to manipulate the justice system for political score and stop instigating false accusations and charges against the presidential candidate Moise Katumbi. Because we know that these charges are bogus. So, including the new and unjustified international warrant of arrest against him. So we say, pass this international warrant, pass it. Away with this international warrant, away. Away with taking our justice system for Kabila himself away. Away with political plots to disqualify Mr. Champion member away. The coalition of Congolese leaders are demanding the return of the remain of the late opposition leader, our beloved opposition leader, Mr. Tshisekedi, to be afforded proper burial back home, because this refusal of Mr. Tshisekedi remain to be returned home before election demonstrates the government bad faith to secure democratic transition, for which Mr. Tshisekedi was fighting for his entire life. So Mr. Tshisekedi fought for his entire life for the democracy. Now the remain of Mr. Tshisekedi is there in Belgium. Kabila doesn't want to allow these remain to return home. So by doing so, is against the democratic process. So we say, pass him, Kabila, pass him. Away, Kabila, away. Away, 2010 of Kabila, away. Away, Pepper, away. Away, Pepper, away. We thank the answer to receive our memorandum on behalf of all the opposition leaders signatory to the joint declaration here attached. Yes. So, we say here attached are the names of the leaders that made this declaration that will be attached, as well the entire international committee. And for last, we are pleading with you that we need an inclusive electoral process. And we want the return, safe return of President Moïse Katumbi. We repeat again, we want the fair and free election. We want a safe return of President Moïse Katumbi. Away with the justice system that is corrupt. Away with the justice system is instrumentalized by Kabila. Away. We help God, we help you, and will help us, because to liberate Congo and to facilitate the democracy in Congo is for the development of Africa. There is no development of Africa if Congo still remain under dictatorship. So,
Kabila must go, stupid!
I will give the word.
On behalf of the African National Congress, we accept the memorandum and then we'll pass it to the higher authority.
So we are going to sign the memorandum now. We are calling upon the representatives of different parties to sign and all of this memorandum. Thank you.
Kabila stupid must go! Viva ANC!
All the African countries and the European countries, they can support this mission.
So if you were to again attempt to return to your homeland, would you be happy doing that?
I'm feeling my nomination, even if terms of business was to stop me feeling my nomination, because Mr. Kabila is scared about me. Today is doing every day my publicity. Today, they allow me to go. You see, that's why I'm in Africa still now. I've seen all the head of state in the region, the SADC, because we need their support to have free and fair and inclusive election.
We don't need Kabila. We don't need Kabila. He's killing our mother. We don't need rebellion country.
Papa, tika na baluba te. Unalesa SBC alingaluba. Eh, Papa.
These relationships with international warrants. Do you think they'll see it in the same light?
I think the prosecutor is not a prosecutor for the Congolese government, is a prosecutor for Mr. Kabila himself. because what he's doing today is a shame for our country. And I think...
President doesn't have metric, Kabila.
Monsieur Babylone, le memorandum signé. I give now Mr. Babylone our memorandum after signature.
Kabila must go.
We say thank you, and we say thank you to ANC representative, and we will meet again. Thank you.
Go! Exit now, Kabila. We are tired about lifting our mother and our parents.
Yes, the principal agreement is the respect of
le peuple d'abord, hein? Le peuple d'abord. Papa Tshisekedi Okufa, Moïse Katumbi, Mayulu, Mbemba Botelema, pour la Congo. Toboyi l'élection parce que l'élection est triquée. Tolingi transition major à Makasi à Kabila. A comment vous la guerre à Congo? Major à Makasi à Congo. Comment vous prenez Al-Qaïda? Joseph Kabila a négligé major na yo a Bundelo Bitumba. Tant yo kuna chapé Bemba ya Bunda ka Bundela ka yo négligé Alongue. Toboyi transition. Merci.
Is that the incompetence for the 17 years that Kabila is in power, he was unable to organize so that Congolese in diaspora can vote. So, not only that they failed to organize the election twice, but they failed also to organize that the diaspora could vote. That is the main.
Daniel Bamoyo, combattant na ndenge ajete bandeko nanga oyo mama na combattant na yena mwasi na ye ba combattant baboyi na bango Kabila baboyi Kabila.
Chers frères et sœurs de la presse, nous vous convions dans cet événement pour la signature entre les partis politiques de l'opposition du mémo que nous venons de déposer à l'ANC. Ça, c'est notre copie que nous signons en face du monde. L'ensemble dont je suis votre humble serviteur, ordonnateur Edouard Kassongo Bin Moulonda. Ensemble pour les changements. Hein? Tournez ça, fais le protocole, El Nao. Ok, ensemble. Alors, ça va. Ok, c'est bon. Il n'y a rien de fond. Yes. Yolande ko dama papier. Yes. Hein? Ça va suivre.
Nous venons de signer ce mémorandum, c'est pour montrer à la face du monde que l'opposition elle est unie, elle restera toujours unie. Nous faisons la continuité de ce que nos leaders de l'opposition ont fait à Kinshasa.
Nous avions réussi les paris par la grâce de Dieu. L'honneur est à notre Dieu et à nos peuples et à notre peuple et à nos leaders. Et la lutte continue. Nous pensons que le mur de Jéricho est en train de bouger, il va tomber, il est en train de tomber. Il va complètement tomber beaucoup sur vous, et surtout sur notre Dieu et sur nos leaders. La victoire est certaine.
Merci beaucoup, M. Le Cordeau. J'aimerais aussi que les journalistes prennent mes mots. Ce ne sont pas mes mots, ce sont les mots du président Félix. Il est ami à M. le président Moïse Katumbi. Il a condamné cette injustice lui imposée forcément par le pouvoir de M. Kabila. Et moi et mon frère, nous nous séparons. Qu'est-ce que toi, tu vas gagner? C'est pour vous dire, même si les autres vont partir, nous, IDPS et M. Moïse, nous allons rester ensemble. C'est pour vous dire qu'il y a les autres qui parlent mal contre nous. Nous et M. Moïse, nous sommes ensemble. Si vous nous voyez comme ça, nous nous sommes tenus main dans la main, ça montre l'unité. Nous sommes restés comme ça pour toujours. Merci beaucoup, M. Le Cordeau.